do this.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We were having a little technical difficulties off the top. Welcome back.
Shocker.
Another episode of Hard Blocks. If there's always technical issues with Alex, he has the technological mindset of a 70-year-old, but we push on. Every single week, if you're new to the episodes, Alex and I take a look at ESPN College Pick'em's top 10 games of the week. We pick by spread. We see who's the better. Chickster, how are we doing?
I'm here. The years worked for me on the NFL. It did not work for college. I gotta bring a new gimmick to the college. I'm a very superstitious guy.
That is true. Keep an eye out on the Vendetta Sports Media YouTube channel for the NFL version of this because Alex cleaned house. Just a little spoiler. To go over the recap of last week, Alex finished at 500 at 5-5. I went 6-4, bringing our total records for the season so far. I'm 24-16 against the spread. Alex is 21-19. Both above 500. Can't complain. We could always do better. Little housekeeping at the start of the episode here. Alex last week laid down the gauntlet Ole Miss money line. Just to recap, listen, for 2.5 quarters, I was convinced, genuinely. If you would have put Ole Miss first half money line, you would have cashed, and we both would have looked like madmen back-to-back weeks. But
sorry,
listen,
I got a little greedy. I risked it for the biscuit. You know what I mean?
And sometimes you gotta risk it, and I respect it. It was a ballsy play. You were a madman last week. You were taken after me. I get it.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into the slate of games this week. Our first matchup is the number 8 ranked USC Trojans traveling up the hill to Boulder to play the Colorado Buffs. CU did not look good last week against Oregon. That was their first real test. We both ate the cheese. That was a mistake. I don't think I can eat the cheese again. Based off of how they looked last week. In USC, for all the shit they get for never having good defenses, I believe rank in the top 5 in FBS and sacks. So they're going to get after this inexperienced, really poor offensive line of Colorado, and they're going to make life miserable for Shedeur Sanders.
I mean, that's like a cherry pick stat, I feel like, but I'm gonna let you have it. I'm also going with USC. I can't eat the cheese again. I had my share of Parmesan cheese, and I don't think it's gonna go again. I love me some Coach Prime, but at the end of the day, I went with my heart last time. Got to go with my brain this time, which is not much of an improvement, but here I am.
Listen, it was a handpicked stat because I can talk all day long about the USC offensive stats because that is to be expected. USC is always terrible on defense, so at least USC has one statistic they can hang their hat on. So I gotta roll with it. I have to.
Okay.
We're going to move on to the next game here. Number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs traveling to Auburn to face the Tigers at 3-1. Auburn is home dogs of 16.5. Alex, Georgia, I don't know if they've covered more than once this year against the spread. I could be wrong, but I don't think they covered last week either. You've been burned by Georgia in the past in this series. Are you taking Georgia or are you taking the Tigers?
I'm taking Georgia. I got burned by Georgia one week, and then I got called an idiot because I picked against them, and I ended up being right. So, suck my ass, Trey. I don't know the other game against the spread. I don't think we picked it, so I don't think that was in. I don't like Auburn. I don't think they're. It's gonna be Georgia. I'm gonna pick Georgia. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I'm like, yeah, let's go Auburn against the spread. I'll take the points against Georgia with Auburn. Like I don't feel comfortable doing that, and it's only 17 points really. I think Georgia can beat Auburn by 17 points.
The game that Georgia covered was last week. We both picked Ole Miss because they were favored. No, that's Alabama.
Ole Miss played. Yeah, they played Alabama.
I don't know what I'm talking about then. So just ignore me. It's been a hell of a day. Let's just put it like that.
I understand. I think it's like a full moon or some shit.
Something's in the water, I think, or I think it either is or almost a full moon. Everything's weird. I'm gonna keep it weird because I'm gonna take the points.
Yeah, because
Georgia doesn't cover, And I bet against Georgia in this series earlier in the season, and I just barely covered.
Mercury's in Gatorade or something, because I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
That is absurd.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with that one, but I'm gonna let you have it.
Listen, I got to ride the hot hand. I bet against UGA once this year, and it worked for me. I'm gonna stick with it. This one's interesting because we have bet against Michigan, I believe, twice this year, and both times have cashed. Number 2 Michigan traveling to Nebraska to face the Cornhuskers, led by Matt Rule. Nebraska's 17.5-point home dogs. I know that, like I mentioned before, I think we've picked them twice. We're 2-0 picking against Michigan. I don't think I can pick against Michigan in this one. I know that they don't play a high octane offense. They're not really going to put a ton of points on the board, but 17.5 is too little of a spread for me to feel confident in taking a home dog in this one.
Is this free money? Are we feeling?
I don't think I can pick Michigan to be free money. I don't think I can. I haven't looked at any of the games. I'm flying blind here. I haven't looked at all.
We got to pick some free monies here. So
yeah, we're going to pick free monies for sure. We're going to pick free monies.
Right,
but as of right now, I don't have confidence taking Michigan as free money, but I'm going to take Michigan
wait till you
with
see
the
other ones.
That's a nice little teaser there. I like
that. Well, there's some in there. There's one free money I like.
Okay.
For sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
Are you taking Michigan or Nebraska?
Yeah, I'm taking Michigan. It was Michigan. I guess we're okay. Number 2 ranked or something. Whatever.
We've got an interesting one here as well.
This is interesting.
The ranked Jayhawks, always known as a basketball school ranked in the top 25 a month into the season. 17.5-point dogs, though, traveling to Texas to face the Longhorns. Alex, are you taking the points? Are you eating the cheese?
I am, actually. I'm going to take the points. Texas, they weren't very impressive that first half against Baylor. They also didn't cover against Wyoming when we picked them I picked them.
You picked them. I picked Wyoming.
You picked Wyoming. So, sure. Texas is going to win, but I'm not sure if they can beat Kansas by 17.5. I don't think that's crazy. I think the majority is in the right on this one. I think Kansas actually is going to cover. It's going to be close. I feel like it might be like a 2-point, 17-point, cover, but motherfucker, that's a cover. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, a cover is a cover is a cover.
That's what it is. So, I'm not going to take Texas. I'm going to go with Kansas on this one.
I'm also going to take the points. Call me crazy. There is something about this Kansas team right now that they are uber competitive, playing good defense, and Texas has got the weapons. And if I don't want to say this would be like a big statement win if they went out there and like fucking blew out Kansas of all teams, but like Texas kind of needs a little bit of a rebound game in the sense of they struggled with Wyoming. They didn't look very good against Baylor, even though they covered. They struggled in the first half against Baylor.
They killed. That first half was horrible, but then the second half was like 38-6.
I don't
38-6.
I don't have a ton of confidence in Texas if they were to get out of the gates really slow, that they could put that pressure on and really get this game out of hand against Kansas. Call me crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like I do think Texas wins, but they might not cover.
This might be one of those free money games you were talking about. This is, I feel like, too small of a line almost. We've got number 9 Oregon traveling to
USC was kind of I felt like
a little free money cheese there.
Yeah, there might be 3 of them in this one. I'm not gonna lie.
I think this might be my free money bet. Stanford, one of the worst teams in the country, definitely among the worst teams in the Pac-12 for as long as it stays that way. 26.5-point home dogs. No, thank you. You can keep those. I'm buying points for Oregon. Bo Nix in this offense, Bucky Irving, all those guys. Defense was flying last week. I'm taking the Ducks.
The Ducks. I should have worn my Duck shirt.
You could have.
I love that Oregon Duck shirt.
I
You
believe I
said
was with you when you bought that Oregon Duck shirt,
you were,
actually.
and you're like you were never going to wear that, and I wear that a lot actually because
Well,
I
you're
actually
not
like.
wearing it now.
Well, you know what? I will change on camera. Free OnlyFans teaser. There
I
we go.
mean, if you do that, I have to change how this goes on YouTube, and there's a whole ordeal. So I'd rather not get demonetized for you showing your peps. All right.
I thought you were gonna say that you were gonna change your pants, and I was like, oh, it's that type of party. Anyway, we're getting off task. Wow, that went downhill quick.
All right. Moving on. We've got the Iowa State Cyclones 2-2 on the year, getting 20.5 points, traveling to Norman to play the Sooners. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I picked the Sooners to cover on this one. I don't love this one. I don't. There's free money. There's expensive. Like I really feel like Iowa State backdoor covers actually could be written in the stars here. The Sooners, I feel like the Sooners are always like they're good, but then they just don't impress you. You know, like this year they just don't really impress me. I do think they win. I do think they cover. I'm picking them to cover, but you know, I think they I think this might be closer than people might anticipate.
I don't think I'm gonna make this. We should do like an outlandish, like out of left field, like prop bet every single week.
Okay.
Since I had South Carolina, you had Ole Miss.
Well,
You know,
I don't even have a sports book, so
I don't think that I would make this bet without looking at the rest of the games. I'd be tempted to take Iowa State first half spread, maybe, depending on what it is. It should be right around this range. I'd be tempted, but I'd have to look at the rest of the games first. I don't know that I want to make that my bet of the week, but it is tempting.
this is tough.
This is tough. We just have to hope that Notre Dame goes out with 11 guys on defense every play. They might be okay if they do that.
That was just too soon. I
Hey,
just
you know
don't.
what? They covered.
That they covered.
They covered,
I even said
and
in the
that's
Slack
what
chat, I was like,
matters.
they covered.
Yay! They should have won that game, but
they should have. But
beggars can't be choosers. Anyway,
it is what it is.
Notre Dame traveling to Duke to play the Blue Devils. Both teams ranked in the top 20. Notre Dame at 11, Duke at 17. Duke's getting 5.5 points at home. I like betting ranked dogs at home. I'm gonna take the points here with Riley Leonard.
Boo.
I think that
Boo.
Notre Dame could come out of the gates firing like they got their hair on fire to try to erase the stench of last week. But I think Duke's offense might just be too much where they're going to get into a track meet on offense and the points are going to go up. And I think Duke can hang. I'm taking Duke.
Boo. Boo.
I take it you're taking Notre Dame then.
Absolutely.
Of course you are.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you? I respect
It's Sam
it.
Hartman. You see how dreamy that guy looks?
Hey, he's got that beard too.
Yeah.
Man,
turned really gay really fast.
I was gonna turn it up to 11, but I'm gonna decide not to.
Bring it back.
I gotta reel her back in. All right, we've got Alabama, 12th ranked in the country, traveling to Starkville to play the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Bulldogs are 14.5 points. Home dogs.
The pick was Ole Miss last week. It was Ole Miss. I was ride or die with Ole Miss. I really thought they were going to get Alabama on their heels and they didn't even cover. So I'm a little sad about that. Mississippi State doesn't inspire confidence in me. I think Alabama can they beat Ole Miss by 14. They can beat Mississippi State by 15. Don't think that's a question. So I'm not going to say it's free money, but Alabama should win. But we can all admit that Alabama is not the same Alabama team if that first half was an indication of anything last week.
I'm also going to take Alabama here. I think for the same reasons you just said. I think that Ole Miss is a better team. They beat them by 14 plus. SEC home teams are always kind of weird to bet against because, I mean, it's the SEC. Literally anything can happen. But I don't see... This could be a game where you could buy points and still feel kind of comfortable. I think Alabama could win this game by close to 3 scores. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
We roll down to our next game here. We've got the 7th-ranked Washington Huskies, our guy, a Hard Knocks favorite, Michael Penis, traveling to Arizona to play the Wildcats, who are 3-1 on the year. Alabama. Arizona is 17.5-point dogs. How can you bet against this Washington offense right now? Jalen McMillan, Rome, Odunze.
Odunze.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. That's
We're
how I
gonna
say
roll with that. Odunze. We're gonna roll with Odunze, whatever. And Michael
Jalen
Penis.
Polk.
This offense looks unstoppable right now. If the season ended today, I think Michael Penis wins the Heisman. He's playing out of his mind right now. I don't think this game's gonna be close, even if they're playing in Arizona. I'm taking Washington.
Michael Penis is the future starting quarterback of the Raiders.
What happened to AOC?
I said future. Fuck anybody other than Jimmy Garoppolo and Brian Hoyer. We'll get into that in the NFL one. But Michael Penis, for sure. We're riding with our boy Michael Penis. That is free money. Free money. I'm going with it.
I also think this might be a free money game of the week. Free money game. All right, our last game. The Fighting Matt Hannafins make another appearance. Shout out to them. And listen.
I'm picking them.
They're traveling to Fresno State, ranked 25th in the country, 24.5-point favorites, and you're taking the Wolfpack, huh?
I'm taking the Wolfpack. The 0-4 Wolfpack are going to cover. We are here. We're going with it.
I don't think I can do that.
Wolfpack.
I don't think well, now wait a second. If I don't have it offhand, but Nevada played a team pretty tough within the last week or two, didn't they?
I don't know.
I'm
rolling with the Wolfpack. Wasn't even a question.
Am I gonna take them as well? I might. You know what? I might. Are you looking up the game?
I'm looking up who they've lost to. Unfortunately, they have not won.
But yeah, they're 0-4 on the year. They're traveling to Fresno State.
Texas State, they lost last week by 11. Kansas, they lost by 7.
That's who it was. They played Kansas really hard.
I'm with this
fuck
team.
it. Give me Nevada. Shout out Matt Hannafin. We're taking them.
Yeah.
We're taking the Wolfpack.
I'll free money. Well,
no, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Let's take Nevada first half money line. No.
That's it right there.
That would be absurd. That would be fucking crazy. All right, we're going to go over our picks here really quick. We're both taking USC, playing in Boulder. This smells like free money a little bit. Alex is eating the cheese again on Georgia. I'm going to take Auburn. We're both picking Michigan this week, even though we haven't yet so far throughout the season. We're both taking Kansas to cover against Texas. Both taking the Ducks over Stanford.
I wasn't ready for that.
We're taking Oklahoma over Iowa State. We differ here as well. I'm taking Riley Leonard and the Blue Devils at home dogs. Alex is sticking with his guys in Notre Dame. We both have Alabama to cover. Our free money game of the week is Michael Penis and the Huskies to cover against Arizona. And we're rolling with Matt Hannafin, the Nevada Wolfpack against Fresno State. Give us the points.
So we're differing on 2. So I can't make up the entire ground this week. However, I can.
You can make up a little ground.
Yeah.
And you are 3 games behind. So even if I swing and miss on both of the differentials, you got it right there. You're close. Yeah. You're real close.
Just want to sniff your ass real quick on that. So we'll be good. We'll be there and we'll be sniffing.
All right. I'll be sure to end this video right now. We can figure that out. All right, guys. Alex, in all seriousness, do you have anything to add before we get out of here?
We got to ride with Michael Penis. We got to ride with the Matt Hannafins, the Nevada Wolfpack Vendetta. We're as good as the Wolfpack. I feel like there was another one. But I'll just say Michael Penis again because that's the future quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. We love it.
Would look good in black and silver. That's for sure.
I'm saying him or Sam Hartman.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. This has been week 5 of our Hard Locks college football picks. If you have not already subscribed to the Vendetta Sports Media YouTube channel, be sure to press that subscribe button. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up on the video, ring the bell so you don't miss any more content coming out of the Vendetta Sports Media YouTube channel. We're going to see you next time.